Hi, I'm Ethan Gonzales. I'm here today with Vanity Fair, and I'll be teaching you some Filipino slang. I tried my best, guys. The white background, the freaking MacBook that looks like an iPad. I'm obviously not with Vanity Fair today. Maybe next time, but I've been binge watching Vanity Fair's series where celebrities teach slang, and I realized no one ever taught Filipino slang. And that is why a lot of you already know that on my channel, I'm just very passionate about my culture. I've just always been proud to be Pinoy and Asian and a person of color. And I want to be able to use my platform to inspire others to be as confident as well. And so as someone who didn't always know how to speak Tagalog, I want to teach you, whether if you are a Filipino who doesn't know how to speak Tagalog, or if you're just interested in the vibrant Filipino culture, or if you're just a fellow subscriber, I want to teach you some Filipino slang today to equip you if you're going to the Philippines pretty soon, or if you're just watching a Filipino movie on Netflix. I'm so excited about this video, but before we start, I just want to make a quick announcement. We have reached 500 subscribers on this channel, the Ethan Gonzales. I truly have no words. I'm just beyond grateful. For me as a small YouTuber, this is definitely a huge accomplishment for me. And so first, I cannot go without acknowledging my creator who has given me this platform. Thank you, Jesus. But to all of you guys, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for either supporting me in this journey on YouTube, or whether if you took the time to subscribe, or even if you just watch my videos. Thank you all so much. I love y'all. But yeah, let's get it. I don't have an iPad like the celebrities, so we're just gonna have to do this with our computer. All right, the first word we have is lodi. Lodi basically means idol. I feel like Filipinos have this thing where we like to switch up the order of words. We like to spell words backwards. Lodi comes from the English word idol. It's just spelled backwards. It's just someone you idolize. Back in my freshman year of high school, I used to make friends with all these upperclassmen, and I thought I was so cool back then. But looking back now, I can say parang sila ang mga lodi ko dati, you know? Alright, jowa. Jowa just basically means your significant other, your boyfriend or your girlfriend. I feel like jowa is definitely a recent type of slang. I wouldn't necessarily hear my own grandparents say jowa. I feel like they would rather use the words like novio or novia to describe your significant other. Alright, anyare. Anyare is just a more shortened, faster way of saying what happened. It comes from the expression anong nangyari, which means what happened. Anyari man naman sayo. Nyek. Nyek basically means yikes. I've heard also in the past people say nye. It's just a way to say you're my best view. Nye. The next one is gandala park. I've actually heard this one a couple times. When someone calls you gandala park, they're basically saying that you're beautiful or you're pretty. Ganda means beautiful in Tagalog, and Sandara Park is a very famous Korean idol in the Philippines. I'm such a huge fan of Sandara Park. Alright, the next one is suave. When someone's suave, they're smooth. They're just a pretty cool person to hang around with. They're just a smooth type of person, you know? Dehins just means nope or no. Diyos ko Lord. Alright, Diyos ko Lord comes from the Filipino expression Diyos ko Lord, which means my G Lord. I just feel like this is an alternate way to spell Diyos ko Lord. But you wouldn't pronounce it as juice colored. It's Diyos ko Lord. Alright, nagwalwal. I think this means to drink. Usually, with your friends and have a good time. Jeproks. Alright, this one is a very 70s thing. I wouldn't really hear jeproks usually in the younger generations. I feel like my titos and titas and my ninong and ninang probably say jeproks. From what I've learned in the past, jeproks can either refer to two things. Number one, jeproks comes from the word projects. The spelling was just rearranged. And so I believe jeproks can refer to the projects, where people live in. But also number two, I feel like jeproks can be used to refer to someone who is street smart. Nosebleed. Usually when I hear someone say nosebleed, they usually don't know how to speak English, and so someone could be talking to a Filipino person in English and they would probably say ay, nosebleed, chica, the gossip, the tea, what's been going around. Usually I'd hear my mom and her friends be oy sis, anong chika? Sometimes they would even say oy magchika tayo, let's talk. Rapsa. Rapsa just basically means delicious, yummy, tastes good. Keri. Okay, so basically keri just refers to being able to do something. You would usually hear people say keri ko to, which means I got this, I can handle this difficult situation. Diba. You hear this a lot when speaking in Tagalog. Diba just basically means right? Am I right? You could be like, ang rapsa talaga, diba? So delicious, right? Edi wow. So edi wow, I feel like is a very like sarcastic expression at times. I feel like it has the same energy as like, oh wow, get it, I guess. Like maybe you're with someone and they're just like so full of themselves and you know, they keep on complimenting themselves and you'll probably say like, edi wow. Konyo. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite ones. If you speak Spanish, Konyo is not what you think. Konyo basically refers to the upper social class of the Philippines. However, Konyo is mainly focused on the youth, like university kids. I actually researched it. Like I found out that back in the 50s to 70s, the upper class of the Philippines usually knew how to speak either like Spanish or English, and especially the youth, they were quite known for using vulgar language. And in Spanish, they would use the word a lot, and so that's how sort of the name came about. I feel like Konyo kids definitely have their own unique way of speaking. They usually speak a lot in Taglish, like Tagalog and English.
So, ang presentasyon po namin ngayon ay tungkol sa well, sir, I don't know the word. Can I say it in English? Okay.
So yeah, that's Konyo.
Hi, kami ang pabebe girl.
Pabebe. So pabebe kind of means acting like in a very cute way. I feel like something similar to pabebe is in Korea they call it egyo. But I feel like with pabebe, it can kind of sometimes have a almost negative connotation to it. Like it's almost as if the person who's doing pabebe is doing a little too much. Alright, kilig. There really isn't a direct English translation for kilig. The best way to describe kilig is like the emotion you feel when you have butterflies in your stomach or when you're just with someone you like. Charot. So charot basically means like just kidding or I'm just playing. Guwapo naman si kuya, charot. Confidence lang yun. You know, just something like that. You're just basically saying, just joking, just kidding. Albor. Albor just basically means to borrow something. Maybe one of your kuyas or your ates bought a really nice shirt and they got the last one at the store. You could say like, ate, kuya, ganda naman ang kamiseta mo. Pwedeng albor. Petmalu. Petmalu basically means awesome or cool. It's weird because apparently it comes from the word malupet, which means like cruel. I think that's what it means. But it's like, petmalu. Also, yung ano, whatchamacallit. It's on the tip of your tongue, you don't remember the name. You just say, kunin mo yung ano, patayin mo naman yung ano. Now sometimes Filipino parents like to overuse this term. And us kids, we don't always know what yung ano means. They usually tell us like, anak, kunin mo yung ano. Sometimes we just don't know what yung ano means. And most of the time, when we assume what yung ano means, it's not what it actually means. So, best. So best basically means like bestie, best friend. It's just a way to refer to your best friend. Oy best, alika dito. There was this one teleserie that I watched. It was so funny. So it was about two best friends, two pretty best friends. One of them was named Monica, and I forgot the other name. But basically Monica has a husband, right? And the best friend and Monica's husband cheats with Monica's best friend. And so Monica eventually finds out and she confronts her best friend. And obviously she's just losing it. And the best friend, in the middle of Monica's moment, says, Basta. I feel like the best way to describe basta in English is just because, or just do it, or because I said so. Sana all. Breaking it down, sana means like to wish, and then all comes from the English word all. And so putting it together, it literally means like I wish all, but contextually you would use this term when you wish you had something that another person had. On everyone's Instagram, there's always this couple, they're like the picture perfect, non-toxic couple, and you see them celebrate their 5-year anniversary. You would probably say like, sana all. It's just a way to express like, I wish everyone had what they have, or I wish I had what they had. Tol. Tol is just basically a way to refer to someone as like bro, or someone who is close to you. Oy tol, ano na, kamusta? Chibo, that just means like food. But other times I've heard people say like, yus chibuga na, which means like it's time to eat. Sus Mario said. It's just a fun way to say OMG. It combines 3 names, Jesus, Maria, and Joseph. Usually you'd hear like elders say this a lot, like, Sus Mario Joseph. Wale. Wale basically means like to not have. I feel like wale is just a fun, cute way of like not approving something. Like if someone asks you, may pera ka ba? Do you have money? You could say something like, wale na wale, bro. Mars, sis. It's just a way for like women to refer to each other. I think Mars comes from mare, which comes from kumare, which comes from comadre in Spanish. So it's just a way to call each other sis. Apir. Apir just means like high five. Apir. Have is just the opposite of wale. You would use have if you're like approving something or if you want to say yes to a question. Maybe like one of your friends asks for your opinion on their outfit and they look really good in it. You can say like have na have, gigil. So gigil is like another one of those words that don't really have a literal English translation. Gigil is basically that feeling of you can't handle something. And this could mean a good thing or a bad thing. For example, like if you see a really cute baby, you know, you want to like squish their cheeks. Feeling of, oh my gosh, I can't take their cuteness is gigil. But I've also heard people say like, nagigigil ako sayo, which means like, I can't handle you. I'm so angry. I can't do this anymore. I can't with you anymore. Pre. Pre is just a way for people to call each other bro. Epal. I think epal means like someone who sort of inserts themselves into a situation that they really aren't involved in. Like sort of budging in almost. Oy, hindi mo naman kailangan umepal sa sitwasyon naming dalawa. You don't need to budge in into our situation that you're not a part of. Grabe. So literally, I feel like grabe means like big or extraordinary. This term is usually used to say like, oh wow. But I feel like sometimes depending on the context, grabe can have like a sarcastic, negative connotation to it. Sometimes you would hear people say like, grabe siya, oh, which means, oh, look at them. Kind of like a sarcastic vibe. Exagerada. I've heard Vice Ganda say this one time. Exagerada basically means like someone who is exaggerating almost. A very exaggerative, that's even a word. A very exaggerating person, you know. Exagerada ka talaga. I feel like che has a lot of meanings, but from when I've heard it being used, che can kind of give off this vibe of like, shut up, or like, I don't care. Jejemon is kind of like this almost subculture in the Philippines. They're kind of like these hipsters of the Philippines. When I think of Jejemon style, they kind of have like this Adam Sandler fit. And when texting, they would like use capital and lowercase letters and they would mix in numbers. And I don't know, I say like Jejemon was a very iconic phenomena of the Philippines. Yeah, I think that was the last one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Vanity Fair for having me. It was such a pleasure. If you like my vibe, you should definitely subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well. Like, share, comment. You guys already know. Maraming salamat sa lahat. Stay safe, guys. God bless. And until next time, peace.